If you have to win an away game, you have to usually to open up a few spaces. But they did really well in the beginning, and we needed time to get into the game. So before we were in the game, it was already 1-1. So let me say it like this. And but then when we started controlling the game, when we really used our midfield, when we turned, when we could turn, all these kind of things, when we played between the lines, when we switched aside, all these things, then they were running a lot and we controlled it, and that was really good.
I think we had some really interesting moments in the game. We've created quite a few clear chances. On another day we could have executed and scored more than one goal today. But listen, in terms of the effort and what the boys have given me tonight, I can't ask for any more. I'm not sure what Liverpool have said from their side, but I'm sure they agree with me that they've had to work extremely hard to take maximum points today. That's a positive for us, but we're still frustrated and disappointed we've lost the game.
They don't concede many goals from crosses, but Sadio Mane adjusted his body very well for the header.
Luis crossing in the moment when really nobody expected to cross apart from Sadio maybe. What a finish. So it was a really difficult one for the goalie because it's just against the rhythm. So the last line wants to block and the goalie waits as well for something, and all of a sudden there's this little chip and he puts the head there. So nice and soft, but very important.
Yeah, cracking game of football. Liverpool did what they had to do to give them any chance of winning the title, and that was to get 3 points. But it took them a while to come to terms with Villa's game plan, didn't it?
It did. It was a fantastic start to the game for Villa. And Steven Gerrard went for Jurgen Klopp's throat, really, in the way that he set his team out. I really like the diamond system that they played. There's a gamble with that. But we saw the benefits of it early on. There's the diamond, players all around the ball. I think it was difficult for Liverpool. The crowd there, the atmosphere, and what they generated at the early part of this game. And then it was balls into the channel with those willing runners. Watkins, I think he was offside. I dispute the fact he should have stood the goal, but there we are. That's protecting defenders. They don't panic here. And Luis, who ends up scoring this goal, he recycles the ball. And this is about Villa now, playing much more football, getting their full-backs high up the pitch. Then it comes back in. Luis is at the far post. Dine again, full-back getting forward. That's part of this system with the diamond. And then he finishes off. But I do feel there's a downside to it. And I just feel it sucks all your players in. And on the flanks, it's difficult. But if you're pressing, you win it back. Coutinho did that really well. And then, of course, he's got those front two, and that's the best use of those players. Over-hits that ball a little bit there, just a bit of quality if I'm nitpicking. But this is when it's a problem. Keita in that central position, running with the ball, sucks all the Villa players in, and then you're exposed on the flanks. And I think Alexander-Arnold's just waiting for this ball to come out. Keita makes a really good run, and he's actually going to score the goal. He's going to have the attempt at goal. And he mishits it. He should really be punishing Villa there. But they then started to exploit. They're getting time on the ball. Jurgen Klopp said as much. He can exploit this system down on the flanks. And Liverpool started to impose themselves. And this goal here, we're just going to show the shape again. And then there's a ball into the channel. The flanks are exposed. But this is done at a good level. Mane's run is magnificent. Been a revelation since he came back from the African Nations tournament. And he just feathers that in. It's a great header. Yeah. Really important player. Hope he signs a new deal. And they've done well, Gary. Lost ground at the weekend, so that was a really good result for them.
Yeah, this is how it stands now. Obviously, Manchester City's emphatic victory has given them a real advantage because of the goal difference. It's +7 now. Ashley, it's not done, but it's hard to envisage City letting it slip from there. Realistically, it looks like they've got to drop 4 points.
Yeah, well, I said it was hard not seeing City, make light work of it in January, and Liverpool have given it a right go. But I do think, like you say, with the goal difference, City probably only need one more win, which you'd imagine them to get now.
West Ham away, though. Very difficult game. Villa to follow. Yeah. So it's not done, but they definitely look favourites right now.
Certainly are.